What is up, IndyCar fans? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and welcome everybody to another Indy-tastic Diecast review. And good lord, I gotta go punch my forehead real quick. But today, this is on a diecast that I did pick up at the Indianapolis 500, which I know is like the Stone Ages ago, but thought it'd be a good time to review this because this guy is starting to turn things around. But this is going to be on Rahal's 2023 United Rentals Honda for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. As my tongue does not want to go with the alliterations today, that's going to be so out of context. Why the fuck did I just say that? I don't know, but you guys know me, I go absolutely crazy with these Greenlight diecasts because for $10, less than $10, you get yourselves a metal diecast with rubber tires and some really cool details. Definitely a good bang for your buck, I will say that, but there's the packaging. It's nothing too out of the ordinary. I mean, pretty basic and plain Jane. And getting on to the back, if you guys really want to read all that stuff, then go right ahead, but we don't have the time or the daylight to do that. But let's go and start the diecast review, the official unboxing of the Rahal 2023 United Rentals car. And alrighty guys, we got this diecast out of its box, and yeah, what did you guys expect? It's another Rahal car. Seems like every year we always get a Rahal car, which I cannot complain. But like throughout the last 6 years, I mean, besides this year, we haven't really heard much about this guy. And keep in mind, he is a Rahal. I mean, Rahal, if your name is Rahal or Andretti, I mean, you're pretty popular in open wheel. And sadly, I can't really say that much about Marco or Graham, but we'll be getting more to them in a second, guys, as let's just look and appreciate the fine details that you can get on a car that's practically $10. Rubber tires, metal chassis. Sure, there are still going to be some quality issues. I mean, but it's nowhere near as inconsistent as it is with Lionel Racing. Don't get me wrong, I love both companies, but Lionel has just been, they've been at it for like so many years. Greenlight, they're starting to a little bit, but at the end of the day, man, these guys still put out a good product, even though it looks like that Rahal Lemon Lanigan logo looks like it's be like washed up in the Titanic, you know, in the ocean. But and you guys can see right there, we've got, wow, I didn't even realize this. Part of the United Rental logo is also like a silver finish to it, which looks really nice. I mean, it almost looks like you can't even see it. But same with that with the Honda logo. So just again, back to what I said about the fine details. Hy-Vee definitely is a cool sponsor. I mean, shout to anybody who has a Hy-Vee in your area. And we got actually something going on in the back. I guess that's supposed to be the United Rentals halo or logo or something. Looks like a damn halo, am I right? But I'm talking about like the video game, not like, you know, what F1 has, but but dude, this is really cool. As you can see, some of these sponsors are quite familiar. People Ready, a 500 champion winning sponsor with Takuma Sato. We still got the turnforourtroops.com on the bottom of the side skirt. But as you can see, we got ourselves not red, but also orange. So I didn't realize this. I thought it was just one orange outline, but there's also parts that are like a dark red. So a very unique mixture. I don't think it really goes well with Rahal's number 15. I mean, you see the 5 is almost looks like it's like blending in with the paint scheme. Or, I'm sorry, livery. All the F1 and IndyCar purists would be like, how dare he say the P word? But I'm a fan of both, so cut me some slack, y'all. This is a pretty bare bones, I mean, it is a livery that we have not seen before for Rahal, but when people like this be like, yeah, it's another Rahal car. And I get it. But with the year Rahal had, man, I mean, first of all, get the elf out of the room. This guy failed to qualify for this year's Indianapolis 500. You know, technically. But unfortunately, with the circumstances that happened, with Stephen Wilson getting involved in that horrific crash during, I think it was qualifying or practice with Catherine Legg, ended up hurting his chances, health-wise, to not making in to the field driver-wise. So, who would have known? The guy who got bumped and a team that probably deserves to be humiliated forever in the month of May. I mean, there came some good times. And one of them was Rahal was able to, actually use this livery as Stephen Wilson's 24 car. I think it was that for Giant Rival, if I'm not mistaken. So that was pretty nice. I mean, that definitely kind of, I guess you could say that probably boosted up his confidence because we didn't really hear much about Rahal after that until coming up what the later race was, as I'm uploading this video after it, just the Indianapolis road course. Rahal was able to grab a pole for the first time since 2017. which was a year where he was still running pretty good with the old Aero kits. And keep in mind the amazing season he had in 2015 as well. Ironically, for number 15. And his last win, guys, came at 2018, I believe, if I'm not mistaken as well. It was 2017 or 2018 at Belle Isle. So it has been like a grueling 6 years of Graham Rahal just performing pretty mediocrely, considering Takuma Sato won the Indy 500 in 2020. But yeah, the Rahal Lamborghini cars have just been so freaking slow, with the exception of Toronto, because we were able to see another first-time winner with Christian Lundgaard. By the way, his Hy-V 2023 car is literally about to be coming out pretty darn soon, guys. There are render photos that you can find on Greenlight's Flickr. But getting onto this car, as I'm kind of pretty much all over the place, but that's what I usually do with these diecast reviews. So I pretty much have said what it's a cool paint scheme, not my favorite, but comparing this to last year's, I'm sorry, I think last year's just looks a little more cleaned up, and last time I checked, why orange? Why do United Rentals decide to use orange? I mean, heck, when you have a brand, okay, and this is why I have the problem with the Lumar cars, when you have a brand, you stick with a certain color, all right, for your logos. I still do not know what that orange is for. Feel free to comment below if you guys do know, or if some other sponsor that basically took that over, but this is supposed to be a United Rentals car. Black and white. Not orange. Sure, it looks cool, but looking at this, I was like, wow, it could be like a reverse Scott Dixon paint livery, if I'm not mistaken. But I do like that they were able to put something a little different, but I don't think it works. And especially since you got also, there's two different tones of blue that are going on right here. Like this is more of a lighter blue, and then here it's a darker blue, which looks, and again, the 15 is a little hard to read. And I know people are like, well, why'd you got this car? Because I have collected every single INDYCAR diecast, and you guys don't think I complain much about INDYCAR diecast. I mean, heck, I'm kind of complaining about it right now. I mean, I do appreciate them changing up the liveries, but just I'm trying to figure out the identity of this livery. Is this supposed to be like a resemblance of something, or of an old throwback to a livery or something? Because I know Rahal Lamborghini does like to do that, but don't really know. But it is still a cool car to get, because like I said, this was a car that got bumped at this year's Indianapolis 500. The only difference is, I think they actually took remember his Patriotic card that he got on a podium in at the Indianapolis 500? I think it was 2019, where or 2020 if I'm not mistaken. There was stars and stripes. Yeah, they had something like that, but that's what his 500 car is. But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this diecast review. And yeah, this is going to wrap it up right here for the INDYCAR diecast review of Graham Rahal's 2023. I got to say it like Lady Diffie now. Graham Rahal wins. Almost won the Indy GP. But this is it right here for the United Rentals 2023 car for Graham Rahal. Comment, subscribe. This has been OBB, and I'll see you guys next time on another diecast review. And why orange? Why orange?